Hey people, yeah, I'm gonna be listening to my earbuds and doing some spinning today. And I have, this is like a rocking chair, so I wedge this usually. It's the same thing I do when I use my my desk cycle thing. So I'm gonna try to make this so you can see what I'm doing. I've been doing this because since my bad surgery, I've been pretty much blind. Like, I'm not wearing glasses now, I'm not wearing lenses, I've just kept my eyes closed. I've actually kept my eyes closed while doing this, which it seems like it would be hard, but it's really not, just because I think because I've been doing this for a while, so I'm used to it, and like I do it more by feel. And this was actually one of my dad's friends. Like, I got to talking about crafts with him and like how much I miss doing stuff with my eye, with my eyes all messed up. And he asked me, we were talking about yarn or something, or I think we were talking about crochet actually. And I just mentioned that I missed spinning, because I got the spinning wheel and started spinning, and when I showed him the video, he noticed that I was doing it more by feel than by actually like looking at what I was doing. I do it by like, you feel the fiber, like how thin it is and stuff. And that gave me the idea that, oh yeah, maybe I could spin still, So I started again, and this is all I feel like. The pieces feel wispy, as long as you get them like a little bit semi-straight. But this is how I do it. I'll just sit them out like this. Let me put this bulk away, actually. I'll put it over. I've been using my I forget what it's called. I have a video on it, but I forget what it's called. My thing to hold all the extra fiber and stuff. I just want to make sure that it's easy to separate, because I don't want to stop spinning once I start. Just lay it on top, and I kind of don't care which way it goes, because like if it goes a different way, like a different direction, then it'll be easier for me to pick up, honestly. What is that? Dirt. I don't need dirt in my thing. Vacuum the floor later. I always vacuum after doing this, just because with me, I try not to get fiber everywhere, but stuff happens. And you don't really have to break it up into strips like this. I just do it because it's easier for me to do it in smaller strips. Ooh, now I have to look at you because you're caught. I don't know how you're caught. Wait. Yeah, okay. Got it caught around the bolt. Okay, so see, I'm guiding with my left hand, and I pull this with my right. I want to pull just enough for it to be thin enough to make the strands how thin I want them. And see, like, you can feel, like I could do this with my eyes closed because it feels the way you need to do it. Like, you can feel how tight the line is also. Like, you can feel the ridges going down. So I don't even have to really look at it. unless I'm like adding another piece, then I look at it a little bit, just because I want to make sure it's actually attaching. And you'll see what I mean by that. Let's put my headphones in. I got music going, don't I? Oh, I did. It's really quiet. I'll put both in. It'll be fine. I usually jam out to actual classical, like real classical, not that elevator music crap. Violin, or even I throw some apocalyptic in there sometimes, depending on my mood. Too thin, so I'm actually going to let it do this, unwind a little bit, and then what I'm gonna do is that thin part that I thought was too thin, I'm gonna put the fiber, the end of the fiber, right where I wanted to add some fiber to where I think it's too thin. And then I just let go, and it just starts spinning onto it goes too thin. And I pull the rest down like that. See, now it's all the same. Pretty sure. Yeah, okay, that's just a little tight. And this is just a little tight. I'm down to the edges now. So now I'll look, because I want to make sure this spins well. And I'll get to the very end like that. Have like an inch or a little more. Then I grab a piece. I have some white in this strand, so I want one that's more blue. See colors, I can see colors. Colors are fine for some reason. I think that's good. Okay, so I take this end and I put it with this end, touch them together like this, and spin a little bit so I get some wind to it, and then I slowly let go. And now I'm going to spin that on there. And anything that's like a little wispy or whatever will actually smooth out. See that? Like this fiber was like it's kind of not attached really. So I'm just going to let go of that. And I pull this. Just going to smooth it on out. People use actual, like other people use some people use like lavender oil or whatever to do that. Okay, that's really thin. Is it too thin? Like I said, I have to go by feel. I can't really see it. I don't know why I keep trying to look. It's just habit, I guess. That's not too thin. So I'll do this. And then I check my bobbin because I have a lot right here. I'm gonna move the line a little bit to the next line. I try to do it as even as I can, but since I can't really see, I have to do it if I feel, so fun times. You're not thin enough. Let me pull you. being stubborn. There we go. Okay, so I pulled and now I'm gonna let go. Actually, this is a little bit, this is tightening up too far out from the wheel. Like, see how far out I am? I mean, I could, if I was in a bench, I could move back or whatever. If I was doing this outside. So I think I need to tighten my bobbin a little bit. Oh yeah, that's it. Tighten the bobbin. Are you too thin? No, you're not too thin. Okay. Some of this curled up already. This is a little on the thin side. I'm gonna fix it by winding some of the end around it right after I get some of the spin out. See how like thin this part is? I don't like how thin that part is. I felt it, but I didn't really pay attention. Okay, so I put the end to that part, spin, and let go. So that can spin onto the piece that I didn't like. And now it's fixed. And now I can pull all this down. Like, because the fiber doesn't literally have to be a straight line. Like, this is a loop now, but it doesn't matter because it's still in fiber form. So I can still just pull it, and that's how thin my piece will be. See, I don't like how thin that is, so I'm just gonna pull it apart and add that to where I like it. And that piece came off, I don't know why. Yeah, it happens. Happens to the best of us. And I really need to get, he was using a weight to weigh down the wheel, because this is kind of like, 3D printed wheel is kind of light. Okay, that might be too tight. Little looser on my bobbin. It's kind of all about tweaks. I had to tweak my wheel completely the other day, so it was all off. Oh, I thought it was going thin on me, it wasn't. I just open my eyes when I feel like there's a problem, pretty much. Otherwise, I kind of keep my eyes closed. They hurt when I open anyway. Since my glands are decimated in my eyes or whatever. Very relaxing. Problem, yeah, I felt it go thin. Too thin. Sometimes I break it, sometimes I add from the end. It just depends on, it's easier for me with that at that time, kinda. Okay. Let's spin back together. There's also a thing called felting, like you can take, like dip your fingers in water and like twist the, like make sure that that piece is touched, so it actually stays together or whatever, but I haven't done that since the beginning of my spinning because I haven't needed to. I've gotten used to the feel enough. Oh, don't go the wrong way. That wheel. So I spin this way, right, to spin it. And then if I was gonna actually start to triple ply the yarn when I'm plying, I go the opposite way. So this piece is getting kind of small. Need like a lot of force to pull it either. Just make it to the point where it's thin enough. Not sure if you can see that, but it's a pretty good strand, and it's like it's like I'm making this batch as thin as thread almost, so that when I triple ply it, it can be a luxury yarn. That's how the luxury yarns are. They're very thin. Okay, so since I'm done with this, I'm just gonna pile it all back up to where, like this, and then I kind of scoop it all up. Try not to get fibers on my outfit. I put them back on my little thing, and it's all waiting for me next time. All right, see ya.